Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Would you like to rock?
No, not particularly.
Well, I want to rock.
That's good. Somebody needs to.
Well, kind of right now.
Let's do it.
It's a 10-minute drill. We'll give you something here at the end. We're going to give you a prize pack. Yes.
Cool. What do we got today, Beef?
Today we're going to ban you from attending the Jaguar. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
No, it's a good one. Stay tuned at the end of the segment. Danny will give us a magic number.
Yes.
Our lucky winner will get a pair of tickets to see Rudy
Number is 1.
in concert with the Jacksonville Symphony at Daly's Place on November 17th.
Oh, I
and
like
a
that.
chance at the grand prize this week, which is a pair of tickets to Jaguars Steelers and admission for 2 to the game day tailgate experience,
Whoa.
complete with food and beverage before the game.
Man, I'll get it started, Hick. I started to sense a similarity, but now I'm feeling a carbon copy of 2008. I don't think we're not looking back with an appreciation of the optimism we had at the end of 2007. We had Henderson and Stroud in the middle and a decent defense with Darryl Smith. We had Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew both running. The Mercedes Lewis, a younger player still in his prime. The thought was all we need is a receiver, and this team is going to contend. We had just gone toe-to-toe with, ironically, the Patriots, a team that was undefeated. And then the next year you realize that, well, you're not near as good as you thought you were. What happened to this year, Dan? I mean, I know injuries are a part, but did we just severely overrate because of a late season hot stretch?
This 2008 team, by the way, his worst record at one point was 3-5. They got a win to get to 4-5, and then they lost 4 in a row, effectively ending their dreams.
Very similar, though, to me.
At 4-9, yeah. So anyway, what was your question about what are we going to do this year? What was your question? The question, you jerk.
Good Lord.
Well, I was going off on 2008, but it was something about 2018.
Well,
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I have about 8,000 questions. So
you forgot it?
No, I didn't forget it. I have 8,000 questions.
Oh.
So pick one. Yeah, what do you do here for the rest of this season? I mean, what
nothing
is
you can do. It's not like college football. You play your guys and see what happens, and you you figure out who's going to help you and who's not. But you have to take a step back and look at this with with an unbiased eye and realize that you can't blame the injuries. You can't blame it all on injuries. That's the key, because in the NFL you get injuries, and if you do that, I think you're falling into fool's gold. I'll ask you this question.
Okay,
in response.
thank you. 2018.
Where does this team end? They're 3-6 right now. What is their final record going to be?
Well,
Jim Prosser, at 3-6 starts.
Here's what bothers me. It does not. I think that this just isn't my opinion. I think this is more factual based on the evidence that we have this year. It's not a mentally tough team. I mean, they fracture quickly. They point fingers quickly. They show no maturity or responsibility, i.e., arrested in London the night, 2 nights before a game. So I think it goes off the rails and it gets worse and worse. They're 3-6?
Yes.
And I think they win 4 or 5 games.
Yeah.
Because Pittsburgh is going to beat the living crap out of Jacksonville next Monday. They'll score that 29 allowed in the first half. It's going to be in danger going in. So I know I see no redeeming qualities in this football team, either by their play or it's just as important by their attitude and their maturity.
I tend to agree in the respect that I think we have a better chance of losing to Buffalo than beating Pittsburgh.
I was going to say, how do you have them even winning another game at this point?
Yeah, I think they'll stumble
Just
into a
the
win or
odds.
two along the way, but I don't see much to expect from this football team. Again, keep in mind, as you ask the next question, but I'll say this, keep in mind they were coming off a bye as they played that poorly in the
You
first
would think
half.
that the Colts were the first team in NFL history to deploy the tight end. They acted like they'd never seen the position before. What an embarrassment, dude. I'm not asking another Jaguar question. You can ask Tony Baselli Jaguar question at 30. I mean, a dadgum kindergartner could answer Jaguars questions these days. Answer, they stink. There you go. Across the board. From top to bottom, every aspect of the franchise right now is a stink bomb. And it just manifested itself yesterday against, by the way, an Indy team that's terrible.
Yeah.
They're no good. They're going to get to any part of the schedule here, and the Colts are going to start picking up their losses. I'll give you a scary part of the 3 wins. Okay? Two of them are over maybe two of the worst 3 teams in football. You beat the Patriots. Jets and Giants are your other wins.
Yeah.
They're awful.
Yeah.
I don't know how bad. I don't know if we properly described how bad this team is. Based on their results last year, we wrote off blowout losses as if they were flukes. Well, maybe they weren't flukes.
Yeah.
Maybe we're 30 points worse than some teams. Oof. Who surprised you more, Dan, yesterday with their performances that really, I think, will probably end up knocking them out of the playoffs? The Eagles off a bye with a great opportunity at home against the Cowboys in Sunday Night Football, or the Falcons seemingly hot again, losing at the Browns? And again, that's a pair of 4-4 NFC teams that went deep the last couple of years. One of them obviously in the Super Bowl winner last year.
Well, the fact that I picked the Falcons in the Friday 5-pack is an easy answer for me. I'd like to thank them once again for sticking a knife in my back.
But you deserve that for all the mean things you said about Atlanta through the years.
But I look at it as a win-win situation because now if my stupid pick has helped the Falcons' demise, then the hell with them.
It's a nice, good friend.
Yes.
Kind of friends.
The hell with you.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you listening?
Yes.
The real Dan Hicken, please stand up.
Yes. So I'm glad about that and appreciate that very much. No, the Falcons, they surprised me. And again, this will be. They didn't make the playoffs last year, did they?
Yeah, they did. They went and beat the Rams on the road.
Oh yeah. This is why when you get to the Super Bowl and you have a 28-3 lead, you win.
Well,
because
there's a lot more wise before this one.
You don't get the chance again, and now they're not even going to get a chance to go to the postseason this year.
Yeah, it was just either the Eagles or the Falcons. Can we get the next question?
2 years removed.
I mean, come on.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the Jaguars.
Oh, no. I said I'm not doing that.
I don't care. It's Monday, and I'm going to get it out. And Leonard Fournette makes a difference. There's no question about that. But he had 24 totes for 53 yards. To put that in context, the Colts have a running back named Jordan Wilkins who had 1 tote for 53 yards.
Well, is there a question?
Yeah, how did Leonard assess Leonard and his performance?
Did the Colts running back come off of like 7 weeks idle first? And secondly, if Leonard Fournette could run against the Jags defense, he'd have 300, pal. That's also something that should be noted. The defense is awful. Here's what jumped out at me about Leonard yesterday, and you didn't bite, so you didn't see it, so that surprises me a little bit. But so tentative. I'm talking a run up the middle. He gets to the group and just kind of stops and stutter steps. I've never seen Leonard Fournette run like that, and I'm assuming it's because of a fear of the injury. And, yeah, he may have had a bit of a burst on that long screenplay, but nearly every running play, when it came time, he stopped, just stopped as if he were protecting himself. So that surprised me for sure. But I think that the 26 points, I don't think it's a coincidence that it's the first game that Leonard's back.
Last thing, it's too easy to pile on Rashad Green. I mean, that would be simple. Thank you. And you can't, it's a team loss. But I guess the question is, do you expect him to be with the team this week?
I don't know why he's still on the team, Dan. And Rashad Green is a nice man. I mean, and he was a great college player. He's been just captain turnover in Jacksonville, man.
Yeah, he's had 5 years.
Listen to me.
I more blame the coaches for having him in there at game's end than him being there. Keelan Cole, I blame because he's regressed now. He had 22 snaps yesterday, and his performance this year has gone into is piss poor, and it's his fault too. And so you don't blame just the one guy. You blame everybody.
You blame, and you also, Dan, blame.
Sometimes there's collateral damage, and that probably will be that.
You also blame the smart guys in the room that have the master's degrees in giving you a receiving core that looks like this.
Yeah, the receiving core
is awful.
Not been good at
It's
all.
the worst, it's among the worst in the league, if not the worst.
Yeah.
So beyond Rashad Green and Keelan Cole and the injury to Marquise Lee, blame the guys that thought, yeah, that's a good NFL receiving core. That'll get it done. It's the 10-minute drill. We'll talk more Jaguars with you.
I need a number, Danny.
Let's do caller number 3 to brighten your day.
Okay.
Here on the drill as we give out all kinds of stuff,
Caller
including
number 3 at 641-1010 is going to get a pair of tickets to see Rudy in concert with the Jacksonville Symphony at Daly's Place on November 17th.
What instrument does Rudy play? I didn't realize he had become a musician.
The tambourine.
Nice.
Correct.
Good.
Plays it well, too. And they'll also be entered for the grand prize this week, which is a pair of tickets to the Jags-Steelers game and admission for 2 to the game day tailgate experience, complete with food and drink before the game. Again, that's caller 3641.
Or 2 tickets to the fair if you'd rather. Next on The Drill.